Okay, we're going to install under seat drawer here. It's going to come with the front plate off, so that'll need to be installed. The first step, you're going to take out the drawer. So you have these little gray tabs on each side. One side will go down, the other side will go up, and then we can remove this drawer from the base. Just like that. Your drawer is going to come with the installation hardware as well as the Allen wrenches. You will need to get the wrenches. So for the faceplate here, it's just going to be a 7/16 wrench on the back of those that you'll need. And for the installation hardware, it'll be a 1/2 inch. So the drawer has these little tabs on the back. This slides under the foot on the back of the seat latch, the seat leg. So we're going to slide this in, just a little bit tilted up so it goes underneath there and down. So with the hardware, you have these 5/16 bolts and some washers. You can do a washer under the head, and we'll do a washer under the nut as well. If you're going to be installing drawers that connect to each other, you'll want to do these at the same time, because this will actually go through the next drawer over here and control them together. So we'll put another washer on the outside, put on the nut. It doesn't matter whether you have the head of the bolt or the nut on the inside of the drawer. As mentioned, these will connect two drawers together, so you may end up with the head on the inside of some and the nut on the inside of some of the other ones. We'll do both sides. We'll do both sides before we start to tighten it down. There's a little bit of room in there, so we're not going to really crank these things down. We're just getting them to an even tightness. Okay, once those are tight, we'll put in the drawer. So to put in the drawer, it's easiest just to pull out the slides here. It's easiest to pull out the slides here. Then you can work one on, work the other one on. You'll hear that click as it goes over. Then just pushing it in, and you're set. These are push to open with the combination lock on here. This is a standard lock hole, so if you want to change this out for just a wing lock or something else, you're welcome to do so. It's important to keep this locked so it doesn't open up. You have your full extension here to be able to put anything into, and then they just close right up and latch, and you're good to go. A back plate. This is for more security inside the drawer. If you go around to the back, you're able to open up and reach into the drawer. So to have this fully locked down, we include this back plate. I'll show you how to install that here in a second. First thing you're going to want to do is to take out the drawer. See if we can see this here. So you're going to take the back plate and tuck it up under the seat frame in order to sit against the drawer backing. So there you have the backing. You put the stud of the back plate out so that it's flush against the back. This is probably easier with two people, but we're going to get it done here. You have the hardware included as well as this 5/32 Allen. You may find that you want to use a different tool, but put it on there. You're going to hold the backing plate and line up the holes while threading in this screw. The back plate sits a little bit off the ground, so what I'm doing here is reaching around, just lifting it up as I'm coming through and tightening the screw to the back. As I said, two people may help on this one. The back plate is also optional. If you don't want to put that on there, it's definitely not required. Once I got two screws lined up, now I can just reach through and get the last one on. And you can see you got those 4 screws attached. Now this drawer is meant to be completely enclosed. So that means once you put that back on, you're not getting into this thing very easily. So just keep that in mind as you're stuffing it. Not to stuff it so full that it's going to get stuck, because you can see it's completely surrounded here. We're going to be installing the aisle drawer now. This one goes in between the jump seat and the 2-seater. It'll come mostly fully assembled except for the back plate, the optional back plate. If you already have a drawer installed, like we just installed the jump seat, we'll just need to undo those 2 mounting screws so that we can run them through the new drawer. So our first step will be to pull out this drawer and pull it off the slides. With the drawer removed from the aisle drawer, you'll slide this in similar to how we did the install on the jump seat. So once we have the drawer kind of lined up, you can push those bolts back through. Put the washer on and tighten the nut. You have maybe about 5 or 6 threads once you put it on, but as you tighten, it'll be enough to fully seat that nut. All the installation hardware is included, so just like on the jump seat installation, we'll put in those bolts on the other side. If you are doing another drawer connected to that, again, do it at the same time. That way you can connect them together. These don't need to be cranked down. You just want them tight enough. For the back plate, once it's installed, you can install the back plate similar to how we did on the jump seat. If you're having some trouble installing the back plate, it does connect underneath the flange of this top piece. If that's a little tight, you may need to loosen in there some of the screws that hold on this top, just to be able to slide in that back plate. Again, the back plate is optional, so only a choice, but once you get that installed, same thing, going through there and attaching the screws. Now the next step is just putting on the drawer slides. And you're set. For opening these, all of them, you'll see that it's very noisy outside. Okay, for all of these, you'll see that the opening length right here is limited, so it doesn't hit that seat in front. We also have our soft modular organizers if you want something a little bit different than the drawer. But these will go out to the row in front, so you're able to use this in the second row as well. Good to go.